Let's talk protein frequency. So we've already established that we need to have 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight per day. So that is, if I weigh 160 pounds, which I currently do, then I would need to have roughly 160 grams of protein per day. But how frequently should I be eating my protein meals? How many meals should I have that contain X amount of protein to get up to that 160 gram goal? Well, what I want to establish first is that the total number of grams that you get in, so long as you are getting them in. So if I get 160 grams, no matter how I get it, even if I get in just one meal, that's still going to be better than me getting, for example, 80 grams, so half of what I need to get. If I spread the 80 grams nicely, 20 grams over 4 meals versus just one meal of 160 grams, 160 grams is still going to be better. Okay, so make sure that your first priority is just getting in that protein. But if you do want to take it to the next level and you do want to do what is the most optimal, then what you want to do is spread out your total number of grams, so 160, into meals that are about 20 to upwards of 40 grams in each meal. Why do I say this? Let's go to one study that was conducted in Australia, where they split 24 young adult males into 3 different groups. Those who consumed protein in 4 goes, 2 goes, and 8 goes. So they were all eating 80 grams of protein, and the ones, obviously, so they was either had 40 grams in 2 meals, or they had 20 grams in 4 meals, or they had 10 grams in 8 meals. And the ones who made the best results were the ones who had 4 meals of 20 grams of protein, because studies do show that 20 to 25 grams is what is best in terms of efficiency. And we use mostly, like when we eat meals of protein, that is kind of how much is used in one go, that goes specifically for our muscle building purposes. Now the rest isn't necessarily wasted, it's used for oxidation and other things, but it's not going to be necessarily efficiently used for our muscle building purposes. And there's other studies that go to show that having 40 grams per meal does the job just as well. And there's also other studies that show that 6 to 7 grams of protein per hour is actually adequate for our muscle purposes. And obviously for people who are more muscular than others, they might be able to absorb more in one sitting. So the bottom line is, yes, 20 shoot from 20 to 40 gram upwards is what you want to try get to split each of your meals in. So for someone like myself, with 160 grams, if I did 4 meals of 40 grams, or if I did 8 meals of 20 grams, or whatever the case, that would be better than me just doing 1 meal or just 2 meals of 80 grams each. Those, the latter will still bring about some results, but it would definitely be more optimal if I was to split it up 20, 30, 40 grams.